Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into the dark, gritty world of The Order, 2024, a chilling investigative thriller from director Justin Kurzel. This film takes us through the tense, high-stakes world of an FBI agent hunting down a dangerous, white supremacist group in the 1980s. But as we'll explore today, The Order isn't just about the pursuit of justice. It's a haunting portrayal of human tendencies, power struggles, and the fine line between good and evil. Spoilers are ahead, so if you haven't seen The Order yet, make sure to pause this video and come back once you've watched it. Now, let's break down the movie's ending and what it really means. Setting the stage. First, let's set the stage for the story. The film is based on the true story of the white supremacist group known as The Order, led by Robert J. Matthews, a man whose extremist beliefs and actions would shape the course of history. The movie centers on FBI agent Terry Husk, played by Jude Law, who is called to investigate this dangerous group in a small town in the 1980s. Husk, a family man with a troubled past, arrives in town to investigate the group's involvement in violent bank robberies and other illegal operations. He's joined by his colleague, Joan Carney, played by Jurnee Smollett, and a local police officer, Jamie Bowen, portrayed by Ty Sheridan. Together, they begin to uncover the true extent of the Order's activities, realizing they are up against something much larger than they initially thought. The investigation and rising tensions. As Husk digs deeper into the investigation, he discovers the true nature of the Order, a group preparing for a race war. The members are violent, determined, and willing to stop at nothing to further their cause. This leads to several tense moments, especially when Husk learns about Bob Matthews, the charismatic leader of the Order. Matthews, played by Nicholas Hoult, is not only a fanatic but a man with a grand vision, a vision that will ultimately lead to more bloodshed. As the movie unfolds, Husk is faced with moral dilemmas. His duty to the FBI and his desire for justice clash with the raw emotions stirred up by the group's extreme actions. The tension is palpable as Husk and his team get closer to Matthews, but the path to capturing him is anything but straightforward. The movie's climactic moments. The climax of The Order is both harrowing and tragic. After a series of violent confrontations, Husk and his team eventually locate Matthews at his hideout. But Matthews is not interested in surrendering. Instead, he chooses death over capture, a martyrdom for his cause. This is where the movie takes a dark turn. As Husk and Matthews face off, Husk finally has Matthews in his sights. But Matthews chooses to die in a blaze of glory rather than be arrested, turning his final moments into a statement of defiance. The FBI agents, unable to stop him, are forced to burn his house to the ground. The final scene explained. Now, let's talk about the movie's final scene, one that leaves us questioning the very nature of justice and power. After Matthews' death, Husk returns to his favorite hunting spot. As he prepares to shoot a deer, we see him once again behind the barrel of a gun, just like he was when facing Matthews earlier in the movie. But here's the thing. The gun in this scene symbolizes more than just a tool for hunting. It's a representation of control. Throughout the film, Husk, like Matthews and his followers, seeks control in a world that seems to be spiraling out of his grasp. Whether it's control over the investigation or his emotional state, the gun becomes a symbol of Husk's inner struggle. The final moments are haunting. Husk, ready to pull the trigger, is left contemplating, what is he really hunting for? Is it justice? Or is it something deeper? The film leaves us with this question, forcing us to reflect on the fine line between the hunter and the hunted. The meaning behind the ending. So, what does the ending of The Order really mean? The film doesn't offer easy answers, but it does raise some important questions. Throughout the movie, we see Husk's determination to catch Matthews, but we also see his emotional and moral unraveling. In the final moments, we realize that Husk is not just chasing down a criminal. He's chasing something within himself, something tied to his own struggles with power, control, and identity. The film's ending suggests that both Husk and Matthews are driven by a desire for control. Matthews, in his fanatical beliefs, seeks to impose his vision of the world, while Husk, in his pursuit of justice, seeks to impose order on a chaotic situation. But in the end, Both men are trapped by their own convictions. The real-life connection. It's important to remember that The Order is based on real events. The movie is a dramatized account of the white supremacist group that operated in the 1980s. Led by Robert J. Matthews, The Order was responsible for a series of violent acts, including bank robberies, murders, and bombings, all in the name of their extremist beliefs. The film's portrayal of Matthews, played by Nicholas Hoult, captures the chilling reality of how dangerous and manipulative these groups can be. But the movie also serves as a stark reminder of how such ideologies are born out of fear, insecurity, and a desire for control. Matthews, like many extremists, felt powerless and sought to gain that power by spreading hatred and violence. It's a tragic commentary on the human condition, showing how vulnerable individuals can become to such dangerous ideologies.